happiness, gratitude, and hope instead of hatred. His life teaches us that no matter how difficult our circumstances may be, we can always choose how we respond to them. Story. Eddie Jacko was born into a Jewish family in Germany. As a child, he enjoyed a happy life and dreamed of becoming an engineer. How intelligent, hardworking, and passionate about learning. However, at a young age, he began to face discrimination simply because he was Jewish. While many children might have become discouraged, Eddie focused on his education and his goals. He learned an important lesson early in life to focus on his dreams rather than his problems. As Adolf Hitler came to power, life became increasingly difficult for Jewish people. The rights were gradually taken away, friends became distant, and society began treating them as outsiders. Even during these difficult times, Eddie refused to drown in self-pity. Instead, he adopted a powerful mindset. Rather than worrying about things I cannot control, I will focus on what I can do. In 1938, during the Christian attacks, Eddie was arrested and sent to Buchenwald concentration camp and later to Auschwitz. Life in the campus was filled with hunger, disease, violence, hard labor, and constant fear of death. Many prisoners lost hope. However, Eddie chose a different way of thinking. Instead of worrying about the future, he told himself, I must survive today. Tomorrow can wait until tomorrow. This simplest mind became his strength. He learned to face life one day at a time. Even the smallest acts of kindness, a smile from a fellow prisoner or a piece of bread shared by a friend, become sources of hope. He always tried to find something to be grateful for, even in the worst circumstances. The greatest tragedy came when he lost his parents and many members of his family. The pain stayed with him throughout his life. Yet he refused to turn his grief into hatred. Instead, he chose to believe. If my family were alive, they would want me to live a happy life. This attitude helped him carry his sorrow without letting it destroy him. During the final stages of the war, Eddie endured brutal death marches. He was weak, exhausted, and close to giving up. Many people died along the way, yet he kept encouraging himself. One more step, one more day. That determination kept him alive. When the war finally ended in 1945, Eddie gained his freedom. However, he had nothing left, no home, no possessions, and no family. Many people would have spent the rest of their life blaming the world for their suffering. But Eddie made a different choice. He told himself, I cannot change what I have lost, but I will not waste the life I have been given. He started again from nothing. He studied, worked hard, and rebuilt his life. Later, he met Florence, the love of his life. They married and built a loving family together. His wife, children, and grandchildren became his greatest blessings. Eventually, Eddie moved to Australia and built a successful business. However, he believed that his greatest achievement was not wealth or success. It was learning how to be happy again. Despite all the suffering he had experienced, Eddie refused to hate. Instead, he chose gratitude, kindness, friendship, and love. In his later years, he spent his time visiting schools and communities, sharing his story with young people. He transformed his pain into a purpose and his wounds into a message of hope for the world. When people asked him, how can you be happy after everything you have been through? His answer was simple. I decided not to hate. I decided to be grateful. I decided to choose happiness. Conclusion. The happiest man on earth is more than a story of survival. It is a lesson on how to live. Eddie Jacko teaches us that life may be suffering, loss, and disappointment, but we always have the power to choose our attitude. His journey reminds us that is stronger than fear. Love is stronger than hatred, and gratitude is the key to happiness. Thank you.